Welcome back, everyone. I have returned in the Orthrus. Now, unfortunately, this ship did not receive the new Halo nanocore. You only have the tungsten nanocore from the last event, so we'll most likely be getting the nanocore for this ship in the future, as well as one of these nanocores for my Ashimu. Now, I've been flying this ship for I don't know, a couple days now. It is very interesting and it's up there in my favorites. Now, as for the build, well, did not currently change anything on this ship. Been working on the missile range and the other missile parameters. I'm thinking about changing them, or in other words, improving them. For that, I bought some new rigs that I'll probably implement very soon. Currently still saving up for some of the more expensive rigs that are out there. Also might be switching to rapid missile launchers in the near future, mainly because they have a good rate of fire and they're very good against frigates, because interceptors are getting dangerous, so I sure want to have a weapon that can shoot them down fast enough. Now, the rapid missile launchers are good, although for most cases I still prefer to use the classic missile launchers. My main targets are cruisers and up, and the medium missile launchers are doing a phenomenal job at shooting them down so far. And the rest of the build on this ship is the same. Now, I did encounter a couple problems, mainly it can be difficult to hold targets that have a lot of warp core optimizers or aura stabs. So because I am mainly shooting targets at 40-35 kilometer range, I might actually swap out that one scrambler into one more disruptor. Should give me 6 points on this ship. Now let me just grab one more disruptor that I have laying around, and I'll use that one on the Orthrus. I mainly have the scrambler just for defense against any ship that eventually charges at me, if they can catch me, that is. So I can sacrifice that one defense into another point, or if I don't need a scanner, I can actually swap the scanner back for a scrambler. Now, in this way, I have some defenses against fast ships that can go close to me. So 6 points with the disruptors and 5 points with the scrambler, because the ship does have a bonus on jammer strength on the scramblers. So overall 11 points on the ship if I can apply all of them at once on a target. But like I said before, this module here is mainly used for defense against any frigate that decides to try and scramble me. In most cases, when I'm hunting, I will use a scanner. That module is highly important for me to find targets. As for the rigs, still the good old auxiliary thruster combination. Now, the rigs that I will be replacing are the combat rigs. Like I mentioned before, the rig integrations will be replacing the current rigs that I have. I have a couple interesting ideas that I want to try out. For that, I will have to save up a little bit more ISK. Now, like I said, I want to increase the range, flight velocity, and explosion radius can be a little bit lower to apply more damage on my targets. As for the nanocore, well, this nanocore it's not bad. I mean, it's pretty good. It still gives you some very nice attributes. However, you can't upgrade them, so you are stuck with these three, and you can choose one of them. I might pick the one for ship velocity. Can help me at running away from very fast ships if there is any other ship that can reach this Orthrus that's already very fast. Alright, well, let's start with the targets. Now, first target is a Dominic's 2 that has at least couple warp core optimizers, or it has the aura stabs, or who knows, it might actually have all of them combined. So I chased these Dominics to this scout anomaly. I will tackle them again. It will take some time for them to activate the acceleration gate. Now I'm going to point them again. My points work at 41.2 kilometers. Need to get Predator Disruptors. Okay, they have been pointed, but they warped out because they have a lot of stabs on that ship. Alright, well, time to try this a third time. This system has two scout anomalies, so they might actually change location by now. I don't have a scanner with me currently, so that might be a problem, and I might have to actually go back and change the web into a scanner. Okay, I'll wait for my ally to jump. Okay, time to go in the third room. Of course, I brought help with this. I brought help for this Dominic's because I just don't have enough points to hold it. And let me be honest, I smell a very juicy kill here. I'll just say that right away. Dominic's 2, that is a tier 10 ship. They can be quite expensive. And this one, because it appears to be heavily stabbed, I suspect it does have a decent value on it, so I'm all for that. Let's see. Okay, well, I picked the wrong scout anomaly. As you can see, 3 scout anomalies. Okay, let's try another one. Like I said, I smell a very juicy kill mail, so let's try and grab that Dominic's 2. I got a scanner, found it. It's in this scout anomaly here. So we are going in. There is the Dominic's 2. Alright, Arshumu has a scrambler, that's 4 points. I have a scrambler and 2 disruptors. I'll use my disruptors, that's 4 points. So we have 8 points on this. On the dummy. Okay, they have been pointed. Let's see if they will warp out now. If they warp out, then they have a lot of stabs. A lot of stabs if they warp out. Well, they warped out. Okay, let's see if they're going to the station. Okay, let's... Well, let me show you a little present. A welcoming party for that Dominic's 2.
Warp drive active.
Well, you see, we came prepared just for this moment. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. Let's warp to the station. It's close by, so not a long warp. Okay, I am landing close to this moon. Well, excellent. We got the dummy exactly where we wanted it to be. Excellent. All right, let's quickly focus fire, point the dummy. They will be webbed. Excellent. Now they are losing armor pretty quickly. Although I'll admit, this Dominic does have decent resistance on it. I'll orbit at 37 kilometers. The orbit mechanic, for some reason, is still not working very well for me. Might be my internet, because I play with very high ping usually. That's at least 70% resistance on the armor. Speaking of armor, they are also an armor tank. For some reason they lost resistance. I guess they lost capacitor. Low armor now, in hull. This Dominic's is going down. Those are some nice hits that I'm landing on it. Excellent. Well, that was a lovely kill. also a quite expensive kill. Looks like my feeling for very expensive ships is pretty damn accurate. That was a juicy Dominic's too. Let's go towards the next target. Now I hear I need to be very fast because there's a chance that we might lose one of our ships.
Drive active.
So I really have to hurry up and warp towards the anomaly. Crumbling Serpentis mining installation. This should be one very interesting target. Alright, I am landing. There is the Gnosis. I like to shoot these special edition ships. Okay, they have been tackled. I will go and point them just in case if any of our other ships have to warp out. And also we'll have to be careful not to get stuck in the structure here. If I get stuck, I might be in trouble. But seems like I did get stuck. Okay, it's actually okay. For a moment I thought that I was stuck in the station, but my ship did fly through in the end. Gnos is now taking armor damage. Yeah, the hitbox of that station there has some very weird invisible walls, and you can get stuck very easily there. That was a very big hit, by the way, on the armor of the Gnosis. They are now at 45% hull. They are boosting shield, but they are going down in one more missile hit. Alright, nice. Let's see what's inside of that wreck. After all, they have been doing this site over here. Usually you can find very interesting loot in the sites. I personally love exploration. Oh, okay. Not bad, not bad. Some blueprints. Well, I got some fuel. Excellent. I can use that for my own ships. Well, that was a very interesting kill.
Warp drive active.
Let's go towards the next one. Warping towards the Serpentis large anomaly. Before I went in, I did scan this target with one of my ships, so I had to make sure that they're not gonna warp away. So in the end I picked the Orthrus. This is a Vexor Navy. Okay. Pointed, will orbit at 36 kilometers. First hit almost went through the shield. Second hit did do some armor damage. I'll just recall the drones because drones on this ship are kinda weird, because in most cases I don't use it. Might actually send this drone to my Ashimu because that ship does fight within the drone range. This Vexor is a shield and armor tank. Interesting combination. And you know, surprisingly, it actually kinda works, because it will take more time for me to destroy this Vexor than usual, just because they use this weird shield and armor repair combination. Well, as you can see, this Vexor does hold out quite well, despite having that weird build. Very interesting. Someday I might actually try something like that, you know, just for fun. Okay, let me see what's inside of that wreck. I already kind of know what type of build they have. A very weird choice, to be honest, but in this case it almost worked. Okay, let me warp to safety here, and then I can wait out
Warp
the
drive
criminal
active.
timer. After that I can go towards the next target. Right, jumping in.
Autopilot engaged.
We'll have to be fast here. Don't want to lose one of
Warp
our
drive
ships
active.
there. We have a battle cruiser tackled, so I have to be fast at landing on time. Serpentis small anomaly should be arriving at any second now. Let me just quickly reset my internet connection because I lost my Wi-Fi for some reason. Okay, there's the prophecy. I just landed. I almost landed within my optimal range. That was very close. We'll orbit at 36 kilometers to be within the range of my disruptors. I really need to buy 3 Predator disruptors for this ship. 45 kilometer point range is actually pretty scary if you think about it. Prophecy now in low armor. Let's see, now they are in hull. 1 or 2 missiles, one or 2 volleys should do the job. Well, I guess one did get the job done. That was a big hit on the hull. Let's check out the wreck. I will try and point the pod. They warped off, that's fine. Okay. Mark 7 reinforced. Interesting choice for the... Well, actually, prophecies are tanky, and they are made to be armor tanks. So I shouldn't be surprised to see armor plates on one of these ships. Okay, let's go towards the next targets. We are about to go and smash a camp. So the primary target will be the Ferox. That is already in low shield. Secondary is that interdictor. My secondary will be the Caracal. Ferox has been destroyed, let's go after the Caracal. Their interdictor is going down, so let's just focus on the last remaining ship. Caracal lost the shield. Nice, that was a nice kill, and of course a nice gate camp smash. You know, kind of, it feels like kind of we did a overkill by bringing 2 faction cruisers, but you never know what can happen. I personally expected them to have backup somewhere around here. Usually that's what happens here. You have a smaller fleet that serves as a bait, and when we attack, then the main fleet jumps in. And that's where things can get very dangerous, but we are always careful about that. Okay, next targets. Let's see what jumped in. I'm curious to see what ship jumped in. Magnet cover tops. Okay, they cloaked, and it seems like they are burning towards the exit of the bubble. So yeah, most likely we're not gonna catch that cover tops, but we do have this Covetor 2, which is a tier 10 or tier 9 industrial mining ship. I think it's a tier 9 ship. It might actually be a tier 10 because it is the second variant of the Covetor, which are usually tier 10 ships. Well, these things can be quite expensive, as you're about to see. That was a nice kill as well. 1.6 billion ISK for a ship like that. Now, the most expensive one that I've seen was 3.8 or even 4 billion. Let's round it up at 4 billion. That's the most expensive one that I've seen. This is the most expensive one that I have destroyed, so there is still of course room to replace that record. This is one Omen Navy that jumped at the wrong gate at the wrong time. I really wish that we did have some type of long-range drones, long-range medium drones, or even if we could use sentry drones on cruisers, because I don't quite see the use for a drone on this ship, especially with 45 kilometer range. My maximum drone control range on this ship is 31 kilometers, while my missiles have 53 kilometer range. Or they might actually completely remove the drone on the ship and give it one more turret slot. That would also work. Now here you could see an Astero for a couple moments, a very sneaky Astero. Sister of Eve ships are usually very sneaky, and you have to be very careful around them as well, because they can also be good PvP ships. They can be used for tackling a ship that you want to destroy. Especially the Stratios, that one is especially dangerous. Astero, on the other hand, I love that ship, it's pretty good. I mainly use it for exploration. But this Stratios was lucky. I was pretty sure that they were around these 3 wrecks, but they escaped. So good job for that, I guess. Alright, going towards the next target, Belt 4. Well, I was warping towards the gate, that was my bad. We'll warp towards Belt 4. Oh, it's not Belt 4, it's Belt 6. Okay. Let me change approach. Hopefully my orbit is 36 kilometers. I forgot to change that. Or if I didn't forget to change it, that will also work. Okay, let me quickly warp towards belt number
Warp
6
drive active.
in this lovely system. And well, let's see what type of target is waiting for us. This ship really needs to be a little bit faster while warping. It does feel like I'm flying the Cinnabel, just with missiles instead of turrets. Overall, I'm not complaining about that. It's definitely a very unique ship. Alright, changed my orbit to 45 kilometers. We have a Omen already in half armor. Now I'll give credit to this cruiser pilot. They came here to fight, and they did go down fighting, so that deserves respect. Okay, let's see if I can get the
Autopilot
pod.
engaged.
Well, I guess my crew was faster than me to get the pod, so
Warp
I'll
drive
just
active.
go back to the gate. That's usually what I do in cases like this. After I destroy a ship, getting the pod, and after I get the pod, I warp out to a safe spot. Right, tornado, next target. Okay, pointed. That was a nice first hit. The bubble is out, but unfortunately this tornado had stabs. It's interesting, a lot of tornadoes seems to have stabs on them. The last couple of them
Warp drive active.
did escape in a similar way. Of course, let's try to chase down that tornado. I know that I have criminal timer, so I'll just wait for a couple seconds here until that goes away. And after that, I'll jump in and keep on chasing that battlecruiser. They're slow, they cannot go too far. And seems like My carrier pilot is also doing the same, waiting for the criminal timer to go out and then to keep on chasing that tornado. You'll be surprised, the Macarial actually is faster in warp than a cruiser. Or it's roughly around the same warp speed because it has the 50% warp acceleration and warp speed bonus. Okay, well, let's keep on chasing, and well, couple minutes later, we did manage to chase down this tornado. Okay, let's quickly tackle it. This time they are not running away, well inside the bubble, and they are pointed. The Macarial did some very nice damage on that battlecruiser. That was a nice kill. Let me try to get the pod. I really need to fly my Macarial more in PvP. That ship is very scary and very good. I definitely do not want to get shot by a Macarial. That would not end well. Alright, well, warping back to the gate. That was a very nice run today. We did have some very good traffic this week. Alright, well, with that being said, hope that you enjoyed, and as always, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.